Well, hey guys, this is Saturday night. I've spent the entire day and evening hanging out with my kid, having a good day, and I'm now off parenting duty to hang out and see what's up. Though I'm feeling pretty tired, so I don't even know what I'm going to be doing for gaming. But I did want to come back to the Tunisia table and just kind of see what else has been going on since I left. I guess Justin did find another opponent to play today, and this must be where as far as they've gotten. And I assume that this is not going to be played tomorrow, so this is probably where the scenario is going to end and stand. And it looks like they have gotten to the month of February, and it looks like February 12th. Either the beginning of February 12th or midway through February 12th. Looking at the casualties, it looks like, both sides have been pretty well bloodied. Definitely see that French division starting to get chewed up there. And based on what I heard, the Axis player rolled pretty good for replacements, which is good for them because I rolled basically no replacements the entire time I was playing the Germans, except for like once or twice. But he managed to, I guess, roll pretty good for replacements. So there's still some beat up units, but he must have been doing okay. Down in the south, the British haven't come onto the board really, right? You see, like, there's this one unit that has kind of raced ahead, but all the Axis units that are retreating have kind of set up along the line, the historical line that they had. Looks like he did send the Italian HQ down further south to kind of control or provide support there. There's a different Italian headquarters over here managing the GAFSA spot. So I'm going to go ahead and say it was probably very fortuitous that I put the units that I did out here early to hold it, just to make it difficult. And it looks like the follow-on Axis player was able to, over time, reinforce it and kind of get a setup there, and the Allies have not been able to penetrate that. And I've seen online games where, like, the Allies kind of swoop around, and that did not occur. Looking at the area where I was starting to break through, the French division was used to kind of plug that up. It looks like weren't able to get a massive exploitation, but over here, the follow-on Axis player appears to have breached something. I don't know if that was purely, an attack counterattack where maybe they came up here, got stopped short, and then he burst through with the 21st Panzer. But it looks like he's, pretty well having had penetrated this, and so this area is under threat. I don't know what all is going back there. Yeah, we were just looking like we were going to be penetrating this area, but it got reinforcements. I guess what had happened, Justin was telling me, is that, after my big operation where I just really hurt the Allies, mud came not too long after that, and that allowed the Allies to kind of reconstitute and kind of pull back. And they pulled back from here, which is where the French division was, pulled back and kind of set up a new line, and then they continued to have some set of fighting all through here. And so really, I think in the grand scheme of things, like, the Allied position and the Axis position hasn't changed a whole lot since I left it, and I assume there's been some fighting going back and forth. It looks like he consolidated and moved some stuff up here, so there was a lot of these onesie-twosie units around that were kind of in a weird shape from the setup that I received when I first started playing, and I just sort of went with it. It looks like the follow-on Axis players, done a good job of reorienting where things are at. And even it looks like in Tunis itself, there's a decent stack here in reserve, a big old stack in reserve, which looks like a reconstituted 10th Panzer that probably came back with replacements and some other units to be the strategic reserve, depending on how things shake out here in the north, and still plenty of air. And it looks like he maybe got the rest of the surge planes into play where they were over here. You only get those with special replacements. So it seems like the Axis has done pretty reasonably well so far. But, you know, it's only February, and the whole campaign goes to May. So you imagine, like, there's really tons of turns left. Like, this is not even, you know, this is not even the whole campaign, really. All we've played, you know, all that Justin's played and that the Axis players over the course of these days has gotten to is really just a couple of months, and many of those were mud turns in December. But the Axis, if I'm just looking at the situation, it looks like the Axis are in a strong position. So this is, you know, now just backseat commentary, seeing how things panned out from when I left it. It looks like, you know, I left it in a decent position because the follow-on player has been able to, you know, not lose anything and has had additional gains, which is cool to see. His better replacement rolls have probably contributed to this nice big reserve now of reconstituted 10th Panzer. Now, whether or not the Allies are in very good shape, it's really hard for me to tell at this point. I assume he's gotten some decent replacements. The Allies are likely to do that. What I would have really liked to have done when we had Operation Kick-Ass was to force the Allies even further back. But due to the, I guess, the mud that followed soon after, the Allies got their chance to reorganize. So, you know, it would have been high potential, just didn't work out for the Axis there, but it still remains that the Axis have a strong defensive line on these avenues of advance to Tunis. There continues to be a struggle out here, and then it looks like we've got a whole avenue of a whole axis of advance where this 21st Panzer could be causing some big problems. They could swing. The way I'm looking at it, like, he could be a holding force. These guys could kind of start sweeping down this way, disrupt this division, relieve GAFSA of any threat, and continue to push in the rear of the Allied position. Alternatively, could maybe swing up this way and cause havoc. So a good Axis position, I'd say. This might be the end of this table and this campaign's lifespan, but gosh, what an interesting campaign. I know for sure that we probably played some roles wrong, and I've been starting to reread the rule book and getting some of those eureka moments of, yeah, okay, maybe we got this wrong along the way, and maybe I should have done this. I didn't realize it worked that way. Like, I never did any train busting. Maybe some train busting might have been valuable. Who knows? But overall, very pleased with Tunisia, my experience with it in OCS, like I said in the overview video. So there you go, guys. This is my, again, now third-party commentary on how this Tunisia campaign is going. Thanks to Justin Justigard for assisting and showing me how it all works together. That's been very valuable. Looking forward to more OCS in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you later. The only other Game On direct coverage I'm going to do today and tomorrow will probably some commentary, basic commentary on Battlestar Galactica, but I don't expect a whole lot for that. So thanks for watching. Please definitely go check out Justigard's channel, because he's done a really good overview of all the different games that are being played at Game On this year. He did a lot of really good coverage of, you know, what's being played at this convention and kind of showing it off. So please go check that out. Also check out his game Seljuk, which is on the P500 on GMT Games' website. He is just about to hit 500 orders. He's about to hit that threshold. So maybe by the time you're watching this, he's already hit 500, but maybe you're the lucky number 500 purchaser there. So big shout out to him. And in fact, he just got interviewed by Ardwolf at Ardwolf's Lair channel. So check that out as well. Anywho, catch you later, guys.